evening, I'm Daisy Richards, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Ghana. Ghana's former Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Minister, Shirley Ayokor Bochwe, has taken up the position of Commonwealth Secretary General, pledging to advance the values of the Charter of the 56-member grouping at a time of growing global tensions and shifting alliances. Watchway 62 succeeds the Dominican-born Baroness Patricia Scotland, whose 9-year term ended in March. Watchway was appointed by Commonwealth leaders of the meeting in Samoa on October 25 last year. The attorney and former diplomat is the second African national overall to lead the Commonwealth, which make up a third of the world's population and more than a quarter of the United Nations membership. The Secretary General outlined 3 strategic priorities for her leadership, referring to them as the foundation of the Commonwealth built on all talents. She has pledged to equip women and young people with the skills, tools, and opportunities they need to thrive in a rapidly changing world. She has also vowed to revitalize trade, investment, and connectivity across the Commonwealth, describing it as a pathway to industrial development, productivity, and inclusive growth. No country, she said, should be left behind regardless of its size or income level. She described climate change as, quote, the greatest challenge of our time and pledged to mobilize stronger action and advocate for reforms of the international financial system to help with small and vulnerable Commonwealth states access the support they need. The Secretary General also committed to accelerating the Commonwealth's modernization by delivering faster and smarter partnerships to meet the needs of all its people. While in Jamaica, opposition spokesman on health Jesse James Clark is intensifying his claims that the water supply in Kingston and several rural communities is contaminated despite strong rebuttals from government officials. Speaking at a press conference at the office of the Leader of the Opposition on Tuesday morning, Clark demanded an apology from Health Minister Christopher Tufton, accusing him of misleading the public on the issue. He also called for the National Water Commission, NWC, to publish periodic quote-unquote water quality reports to ensure transparency. He presented test results that allegedly show contamination levels exceeding acceptable limits, arguing that government officials have ignored or dismissed the findings. However, the Jamaica Labour Party GLP caucus in the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation fired back on Tuesday, calling for Clark to resign as a junior spokesperson. The GLP accused him of repeatedly spreading misinformation and making quote-unquote reckless and dangerous statements about the country's water supply, which they insist remains of high quality. GLP Councillor Beverly Prince, speaking on behalf of the GLP KSAMC caucus, defended the NWC's water safety measures, citing independent technical assessments and expert opinions from the NWC. He further reassured the public that the NWC remains in full compliance with health regulations established by the Ministry of Health and Wellness and international best practices set by the World Health Organization, WHO. As the debate over water safety continues, both sides remain firm in their positions, with the opposition calling for greater transparency and the government defending the integrity of the nation's water supply. Finally, a United States federal court has blocked the Trump administration's attempt to strip hundreds of thousands of Venezuelan migrants of temporary protected status, TPS, while the case moves forward. The San Diego, California-based immigrant advocacy group Haitian Bridge Alliance, HBA, who among others represented the plaintiffs in the case, said the U.S. District Court Judge Ed Cheng's ruling protects about 350,000 Venezuelan TPS holders who were set to lose their work authorization on April 3 and deportation protections on April 7. In his 78-page ruling, Judge Chen ruled that the Department of Homeland Security's DHS action threatens to inflict irreparable harm on hundreds of thousands of persons whose lives, families, and livelihoods will be severely disrupted. Thank you for watching. Do have a great rest of the week. Until next time.